Hello and good day, people. This is Olin Yancey, aka Holy Warrior Yancey, and this is Holy Warrior Yancey Productions. Today, I want to talk about the violence going on in the black community and ways to tackle this issue. I don't know what's going on in the mindsets of our men, but this thug, savage, gangster mentality is killing us. We're losing too many brothers over nonsense with this gun violence. Of course, there's issues of poverty and frustration, unjust system that contributes to the devastation mentally on our males. But we really need to combat you know these issues, and it's really devastating. There's so many brothers leaving. You look at the news, innocent bystanders getting killed, children, in the candy store, children in the barbershop, stray bullets taking them out of here. It's just madness. I just want to talk about a few things that that can help us, because it affects one of us, it affects us all. But before I begin, I just want to go through the scriptures. This is Second Timothy chapter 3. We reading verses 1 through 5. Again, Second Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. And I have the New Living Translation version. The dangers of the last days. You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times. For people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents, and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred. They will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control. They will be cruel and hate what is good. They will betray their friends, be reckless, be puffed up with pride, and love pleasure rather than God. They will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them godly. Stay away from people like that. Amen. Like I said, we need to go over things that will help us in this plight of violence that plagues our black communities. Brothers and these guns. It's crazy, when you realize the gun power that our young brothers have. And it's funny, some of them can't even read. Some of them can't even spell well, but yet they know how to work these guns. A way to combat this, that I think will be good, because the whole thing is, I'm on Facebook, and I live in Chester, PA. Well, I'm in Baltimore now, but I'm from Chester, PA. And when something happens, everybody in the city's in this huge uproar. And the city's not that big, but the crime is ridiculous. But I still love my city. It's greatness coming out my city. But we got this problem with our young men being misguided, and like I'm saying, there's an uproar. People are hurt, and they vent on Facebook, and they vent everywhere. And it's like we're real good at venting. And I know people are praying. And I know God is hearing our prayers, but what are some of the actions that we can take to prevent some of these things? Sitting down pondering about this, one of the greatest things I think that can be done as far as these kids with guns, these young boys with guns, excuse me, I think parents, moms, dads, y'all really need to do a sweep in your house and around your house and check for guns. I mean, it really needs to be done. If you love your child, if you care for your child, make sure they're not doing nothing stupid. And don't be selfish thinking everything will be okay if your kid's okay. Just as you love your children, there's people out there dying on these streets. This gun violence is just hurting people. It's devastating people. It's taking away our future doctors, our future lawyers. You know, it's taking away people that can possibly make things better for us in this country. So parents, do a sweep in your house. Do a sweep around your house. See if there's guns. Another thing. Parents, you have to be responsible. A lot of people, and I'm talking about those my age, I'm 36. It's funny how a lot of my peers, they do things that are totally out of pocket, if you ask me. I'm hearing about parents that smoke weed in front of their kids. I'm talking about parents that smoke weed with their kids. I'm talking about parents that cuss their kids out. You mother effer this, you mother effer that. And it's an epidemic of women just having these guys live in the house with them. They don't care nothing about their kids, and the boyfriends treating the sons bad, and these boyfriends are looking at the daughters sexually. So basically, look, parents, be parents. You're not a friend. You have to be a positive role model. And all that do as I say, not as I do, that stuff ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. Especially with this new generation. It's not gonna work. So parents, y'all need to step y'all parenting game up and be parents and take a great step forward to being a great role model and example to your children. And another thing I want to touch on is this music. And you can say all you want that the music don't have a negative effect, but it does. It is what it is. Most people are followers. A lot of people, this music is gospel to them. You know what kills me? You know, like I said, I'm from Chester, but I'm in Baltimore now. I ain't been here that long. But I remember going looking for jobs, and I've been in temp services, and you in there, and brothers would just bust out, just rapping lyrics from these songs. Or you just go to a supermarket. I'm talking about things I experienced back in PA. You go to a supermarket or walk down the street, brother just bust out rapping. It's like they ain't got an intelligent thought in their mind, but they got these lyrics in their head. I even witnessed guys talking about they want to retaliate on people. and talking about, I just heard my song too, so you know I'm ready. I'm talking this music, man. This music is it's messing up the minds of our young men. It's almost like brothers don't see brothers as brothers. They see a brother as a nigga. And this music programmed them to kill niggas. This music is programming them to degrade our women. And this music is programming them to be a thug, and it's promoting drugs and promiscuous sex. It's crazy. And some parents should be even ashamed to listen to some of this music in front of their children. It's innocent babies, children 4, 5, 6 years old, younger than that, knowing these lyrics. You know, you see the videos on YouTube of kids twerking and everything else. You see the videos, the little clips of kids holding guns, smoking weed. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's sad. You look at things like the injustices that happen, you know, in the court system. You look at these unjust judges and to think, wouldn't it be great if we had more black judges and more black men being police officers, you know what I mean? It's like now, brothers, like young black men, the main thing they want to be is ball players and rappers. Like that's the only thing, the only way they can make it. And it's sad how we glorify these fools. And they're not doing nothing positive with their money, but blowing it. So we gotta watch this music thing as well. Another thing, brothers, we gotta do right by our women and by our children. There's too many selfish brothers out here that just want to get what they can get physically from a woman and not do right by her. And it's guys out here that are caught up in their Madden, they're caught up in their Jordans, caught up in just doing them and not doing right by their kids. So brothers, we got to be responsible. We got to be men. And what makes a man is taking care of his responsibilities. Your manhood can't be found in no woman's lap. Going to jail don't make you a man. It's not a rite of passage. Not even grabbing the gun when you got conflict. You know what I mean? Realize that you're a man. You're not a beast. You're a man. That's why we're God's treasured creation. We're God's most treasured creation. Because we can be civil. You know, we ain't got to be brutes. We ain't got to be savages. We got to be men. And the whole thing about that, what hurts and upsets me the most about that is brothers that want to be a savage, a gangster and all that stuff, they only do that to other brothers. When it comes to our oppressors, it ain't like that. They'll go to jail, and those COs, they won't have that animosity to them COs. Even if they go to court and that white judge is before them and that judge is doing wrong by them, they're not even going to have that animosity towards him, but they'll have that animosity towards a fellow brother. And it needs to stop. Brothers, we got to do right by our women. Brothers, you got to do right by your kids, whether you with her or not. And another thing is, sisters, if you got a brother, if you have a child by a brother that's for his kids, don't get in the way of him being a father. Let that pettiness go. Let that man be a father to his kids. and stop critiquing everything. Stop beating him down if he's not rich. If he's a father to them kids and doing all he can do for them kids, you respect that man. Let that man be a father. So much stuff. We gotta get together. We really gotta get together. I mean, there's just a few things that was on my mind that I wanted to share. But it's gonna take us. It's gonna take us to fix our problem with this gun violence. And I don't know. I don't have the answers. I know that I hurt when brothers die. I hurt when children lose their lives. You know, being an innocent bystander. When anybody losing life, being an innocent bystander. This gun violence, this whole thug, gangster, savage mentality is killing us. Too many brothers leaving early. This stuff gotta stop. Feel free to respond in the comments, a video or whatever. You know, click the like button, subscribe. My brother Trying. You can find me on YouTube, Olin Yancey, do a search, or Holy Warrior Yancey, do a search. And I got videos talking about various things. But alright, I'm going to end it there. God bless people. Have a good one.